Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. Most bounty hunters follow a trail of data. They track fuel receipts, docking logs, and black market trades. But Malachor Thorn is not most hunters. They call him the Hook because once he catches a scent he never lets go. He is a mountain of scarred metal and cold ambition. He does not care about justice, and he certainly does not care about collateral damage. Thorn has been chasing Lyra Jax for 3 systems. He realized that to catch a ghost who cares about the weak, you do not hunt the ghost. You hunt the people the ghost tries to save. Thorn has occupied the peaceful farming moon of Ethel. He has rounded up the villagers and rigged the town's water purifier with a nano-explosive. One command from his wrist computer, and the only water source for 1,000 miles becomes a cloud of toxic dust. He sent a single open transmission into the void: come to Ethel, Cipher. Or watch them thirst. Lyra Jax, the master thief, knows it is a trap. She knows Thorn's ship, the Apex Predator, is waiting in high orbit with its cannons locked on the village. This is not a heist. It is an execution. But Lyra does not hide. She gambles. The Midnight Sparrow enters the atmosphere of Ethel in broad daylight. She does not use her cloak. She lands right in the center of the village square, kicking up clouds of red dust. Lyra steps out of the ship. She is wearing her matte black infiltration suit, her hands empty. Her face is hidden behind the fluid chrome mask. The surface is not a calm mirror today. It is alive with jagged neon red and orange patterns that pulse like a warning light. Malachor Thorn steps out from the shadows of a grain silo. He is twice her size, his heavy boots cracking the dry earth. He levels his kinetic harpoon at her chest. "You are expensive, little ghost," Thorn rumbles. His voice sounds like grinding stones. "I did not think you would actually be stupid enough to show your face." "I'm not here for you, Thorn," Lyra says. Her voice is a synthetic, melodic chill. "I am here for your ship." Thorn laughs, a brutal, hollow sound. "My ship is in the clouds, watching your every move. My thumb is on the trigger for that well. One move and they all die." Lyra taps the side of her mask. The red patterns shift into a complex, spinning spiral of gold and violet. Thorn's wrist computer begins to beep frantically. He looks down and sees the countdown for the well has been replaced by a simple violet icon, the Cipher. "What did you do?" Thorn roars. "I did not hack the bomb," Thorn, Lyra says. "I hacked the satellite link your ship uses to talk to your wrist. While you were waiting for me to land, my ship was talking to yours." Thorn snarls and pulls the trigger on his harpoon. The massive metal spike screams through the air, but Lyra is already moving. She doesn't run away. She dives toward him. She slides under the harpoon, her boots kicking up dust. She reaches out and touches the heavy plating of Thorn's leg armor. The patterns on her mask flare with blinding light. She sends a high-voltage neural surge directly into Thorn's power suit. The hunter's armor seizes up, the joints locking into place. Thorn becomes a living statue, trapped inside his own gear. He struggles, his reinforced muscles straining against the locked hydraulics. "You think this saves them?" he growls. "My crew will fire the cannons. They will level this town." Lyra stands up and brushes the dust off her suit. She looks up at the sky. High above, the Apex Predator, Thorn's massive, jagged hunter ship, is moving. But it is not firing its cannons. It is turning away from the moon. "My ship is currently rewriting your pilot AI," Lyra says. "By the time your crew realizes what is happening, the Apex Predator will be docked at a refugee station 3 systems away. I am donating your ship to the Solaran Resistance. They need the scrap metal." Thorn's eyes go wide with rage. He is a hunter who has lost his claws, his ship, and his pride. Lyra walks toward the village well. She places her hand on the pump. The gold patterns on her mask shift into a steady, calming green. She sends the final code that disarms the nano-explosives safely. The villagers begin to emerge from their homes, looking at the woman with the face of mirrored chrome. They want to thank her. They want to give her food, water, anything they have. Lyra does not stay for the gratitude. She walks back to the Midnight Sparrow. She leaves Malachor Thorn standing in the dust, a frozen monument to his own greed. By the time his armor's emergency reset kicks in, the ghost will be gone, and his ship will be a memory. Lyra Jax sits in her pilot seat. The red and orange patterns on her mask fade back to a quiet, mirrored black. She didn't take a single credit today. In fact, she lost a ship full of potential loot. But as she watches Ethel disappear in the rearview monitor, she knows she won the only gamble that mattered. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. Never bet against a ghost with a code. If you enjoyed this showdown with the hunter, hit that like button. Comment below, what would you do if you were trapped in your own armor? Subscribe for the final heist of the arc, The final audit. The Midnight Sparrow is back in the black. The hunter is grounded,